slowly, slowly we go.
Yeah, Elin! Where are you? Oh, look, you've got bunting. See, the Queen is out of her house and she's got bunting and celebration and a line that's pulling. Let's just, you know, knot that into your hair so we can never get that out again. You know what's coming, Elin, though, because you're sitting in the wheelchair. I'm going to brush and replait your hair. It is so nice, though, to get her out. Not to mention getting somebody else to push her. Ha! Oh. Come on, darling. Where am I? What am I doing? I am plaiting your hair. She's really not happy with me. She's super tired after having been outside. And now I'm standing here plaiting her hair and she's like, you're pulling it and it's not nice. Look at that grumpy face. Look at that grumpy face. And we have the entertainment unit. Look at this. Oh my god. How cool is that? How cool is that? Yes. So Elin's very happy about that. She is not happy about me plaiting her hair. Oh, Elin, but I need to do it. Okay. Busted a flying back from Roche, waiting for a train. I was feeling near as faded as my dream. Bobby thumbed the diesel down just before the rain rode us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana. I was playing soft while Bobby sang the blues.
Shall I reconnect the feed or wait till she's back in bed?
Yeah, and I think we shall get her back in bed as soon as I finish plaiting her hair.
Yeah, we'll wait for Caroline to come back.
Yeah, so I was allowed to scoop her into her chair, and
Okay.
I'm allowed to scoop her out as well,
yeah,
should I want.
Yeah.
I just want somebody keeping an eye on the central line
Sure.
and somebody keeping an eye on the leg.
Sure. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
And then I'm perfectly good to lift her.
Lovely.
She doesn't weigh much.
Okie dokie.
And right now she's telling me off because
Oh, you're plaiting her hair.
I have the audacity.
Oh, look at this hair. It's so much hair.
Her sister inherited the Swedish hair.
Oh.
The thin, straight, wispy hair.
Oh.
Although she loves the colour, the light blonde.
Yeah.
Elin got the Scottish hair.
Ah, the like frizzier, kind of thicker hair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
The curly hair.
Well, both Celts then, really. Celtic kind of background, yeah.
Celtic Viking background,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, I'll let Mum finish cutting your hair then and we'll wait and we'll get you back into bed.
Yay! Maybe those walls are built, maybe they're tumbling down. Didn't even put up a fight, didn't even make a sound. Found a way to let you in, but I never really had a doubt. Standing in the light of your halo, got my angel now. I have a tired and grumpy Elin. She woke up giggling and then decided she was going to be in a grump and quite likely be in pain. So at the moment she's sort of drifting in and out of sleep. She's had some morphine, so you know, she's a bit drugged, but hopefully that will work its magic and help her relax and not feel pain and become her happy self again. We have a new backdrop. We are on the ward. Yes. This time I'm fairly certain it's going to stick. I suppose last time when I was fairly certain that it was far too early to move her. But yeah, this time she's actually safe to not watch like a hawk at all times, which makes a huge difference. As you can see, she is still on IV through the central line, so that is a bag of TPN, total parenteral nutrition. This is nutrition drip. That little bottle there is a peptide feed that is going into her stomach. So she's getting feeds into her tummy at the moment. I have given her some apple puree this morning. I'm gonna keep giving her a little bit more. We have a feeding plan for today, which is a mixture of peptide feed and of PediaSure Compact, which is a very, very high calorie compact feed. And we have another plan for tomorrow, but also I'm the boss of Elin's feeding. So I decide if we pull back. Decide? I'm turning into a hobbit. I decide if we pull back or if we push forward. Basically, do I increase or do I decrease what she needs, what is written on the plan? But we have to have a plan. Because if we don't have a plan, then the dietitians aren't doing their job. Before Elin was moved back to the paediatric ward, they arranged additional staff so that Elin can have a full one-to-one support whenever it's needed. I'm obviously happy to be with her and be medical mama, but occasionally I need a shower. I need to pop off to a supermarket today. We've been in for over 2 weeks. I need to replenish. I'm almost out of coffee. Like, what are we going to do if that happens? We have actually been out a little bit. Yesterday she moved up to the ward. The day before, me and a student nurse took her out for a walk outside, which was really nice, but it did make her very tired, and it also got her a bit, she said her hip was hurting. There you have it. Elin said her hip was hurting after that. But it was so lovely to take her out. I think it was also very bright. But we went and spoke to, I don't know what to call him. It's like he's some kind of traffic warden here. He directs where people park. I don't know his name, but he's lovely. He's so wonderful. And like when we have outpatients, he generally let me drive up and park right outside the outpatients, which they kind of only do for exceptional circumstances, i.e., Elin, wheelchair, equipment, it's 60 kilos. I don't want to be pushing that up the hill, and I certainly don't want to control the wheelchair going down the hill. And it's a hill, like, it's ridiculous. So he usually lets us, he's always let us drive up and park up there, because it's like, yeah, you've got her, you park at the top. When we turned up, we parked at the bottom. This all makes sense if you've ever been to Stanmore Royal National Orthopaedic Hospital. This all makes sense. It's such a hilly site, it's ridiculous for an orthopaedic hospital. Like, everybody's here has some sort of mobility issue. But yeah, the main car park is down the hill, and the entrance to the Stanmore building, which we're in at the moment, is down there as well, so that's fine. But when we turned up, the only disabled parking spot available was the one right by the barrier, and he was like, I don't want you parking there, because people tend to cut that corner, and I don't want anybody damaging your van. So he found us a different parking space for the time being until a better disabled bay was available, and then I moved it. And it was actually one day when I had forgotten to close the window. I opened the window to speak to the fella at the security barrier, and I'd forgotten to close it. And as soon as this warden found that out, he wandered around half the hospital looking for me to let me know, so I could close the window. I mean, way to go above and beyond. So anyway, that whole detour of a conversation was when Elin was out and about. I pushed her up to him, and we had a bit of a chat, and she could flirt with him, and she was very happy. We also found a lovely fellow who was sitting on a bench out here with his friend. Obviously, the fella I'm calling fella, impatient, bit of an older man, really friendly, lovely. His friend was really friendly and lovely as well, so we had a bit of a chat and a flirt with them, and agreed that everybody was going back to their respective wards for naps afterwards. It's like I fully identify with her. Yes, it's lovely, and it's also tiring, and yes, I need a nap. So that was fun. And yeah, I mean, now we just allow recovery. Elin is well enough to recover now. She's gonna be absolutely fine. She doesn't need that intense extra care that she's needed for the last 2 weeks. We're hoping that this is the last bag of TPN, and that she will be fully tube fed from tomorrow, and almost up at her normal calorie and fluid requirement. She will be up at her normal fluid requirement, but almost up at her normal calorie requirement. So we're gonna take it easy. We're gonna play it by ear. She was giving me hunger cues yesterday evening and this morning. I got this amazing Thai takeaway for dinner yesterday, and Elin was like, so she was definitely saying that she was hungry and she was enjoying the smells. So I've given Elin a little bit of apple puree today, just to see if her stomach is coping with it. Oh, I think we are well and truly in the morphine sleep now. Oh, she feels so relaxed. Isn't it beautiful? Right, well, as she is so relaxed and sleeping, I'm gonna go back to studying and working. Obviously this too is working a bit. And I will catch up with you later. Onwards and upwards. I hope you're all well. Speak soon. Bye.